What if someone told you that all you needed to rob a bank was a little lemon juice? It sounds like a joke, but in 1995, a man named MacArthur Wheeler believed it completely. He didn't wear a mask. He didn't try to hide his identity. Instead, he walked into two banks in Pittsburgh, looked directly at the security cameras, and acted as if they couldn't see him at all. But just a few hours later, police released the surveillance footage to local news stations. It didn't take long for people to recognize him, and he was arrested the very same day. When investigators showed him the security footage, he was genuinely shocked. His response was simple: "But I wore the lemon juice." So, how did he come up with such an unbelievable idea? It is believed that someone had told him lemon juice could be used as invisible ink, revealing messages only when heated. From that, he somehow concluded that covering his face with lemon juice would make him invisible to security cameras. Some accounts also suggest that he even tried to test the idea himself, but either misunderstood the results or believed the experiment had worked. Whatever happened, he walked into those banks, convinced his plan was foolproof. The result became one of the easiest bank robbery cases police had ever solved. The surveillance cameras captured his face perfectly, and officers identified and arrested him within hours. But what fascinated people wasn't the robbery itself. It was the fact that MacArthur Wheeler wasn't joking. He truly believed his plan should have worked. His case soon caught the attention of psychologists. In particular, researchers David Dunning and Justin Kruger at Cornell University became interested in one simple question: how could someone make such an obvious mistake while being completely convinced they were right? That question eventually led to a series of studies and the discovery of what is now known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias in which people with limited knowledge or skill tend to overestimate their own abilities, simply because they lack the expertise needed to recognize their own mistakes. In other words, the less someone knows about a subject, the more likely they are to believe they know everything. Meanwhile, people with greater knowledge often become more cautious because they understand how much there is still left to learn. Today, MacArthur Wheeler's story is taught in psychology classes and discussed around the world, not because it was the strangest bank robbery in history, but because it revealed something remarkable about the human mind. It reminds us that the most dangerous kind of ignorance is being completely confident while being completely wrong.